Great catching up with my next guest. He's going to be headlining UFC Fight Night on July 31st against Uriah Hall. It is Sean Strickland back here on the program. Sean, how's it going?
It's going good, man. Just fucking getting punched in the face. One day closer.
This fight was supposed to be on UFC 265. Were you ever given a reason why it was moved?
Nah, man, I didn't even ask. They just said, hey, you want a main event? I said, sure. Uriah said, sure. Let's fucking go. You get paid a little bit extra, too. A couple of rounds. Let's fucking do it.
Okay. Well, yeah, easy enough. Can't complain about that. One of the things I wanted to ask you, I know you do train in Vegas. You train everywhere. I mean, I'm following you on social media. You do a lot of different, you're at a lot of different gyms. Did you and Uriah ever cross paths training in the past? Because I know he was at Extreme Couture for a while there.
Yeah, no, I actually would I consider Uriah a friend of mine. Not only Extreme Couture, back in Rain, Mark Munoz was throwing down. Yeah, no, I've trained with him a lot. He was actually a guy that I didn't really like to train with because he was kind of a fucking dick. Where it's like the things he threw were so dangerous, and he had like no control of it. So when you sparred Uriah, you had to fight Uriah to shut that down. So he was actually a guy that I would spar about. I was never really a fan of sparring.
Okay. No hesitation taking this fight though, right? Like even with that in mind, like you guys training together before?
Oh no, I don't give a fuck, man. I mean, Uriah's a cool fucking guy. He likes to scrap. I like to scrap. Like, if you can't fucking try to hurt your friend, no, who can you try to hurt?
Well said. Style wise, you guys both have sort of unorthodox styles. Is that how you look at this fight as well in terms of the style matchup?
I would say Uriah is a lot more of a specialist, and you know, I'm a lot more of an MMA fighter as opposed to he's a specialist. He's one way, that'd be his way.
Training camp, I know you've been everywhere. Who have you mainly got to work with for this one?
Man, you know, AJ, he's actually on the Contenders coming up. He's been the fucking man. He's helped me out so much. But everybody, man, I'm going to go spar Raymond Daniels on Monday. It'll be my last sparring session. Like, all the usuals. Moses Marietta, you know, like, if you're good and you're around here, you probably train with me. And yeah, fucking too many people list, and they all fucking help me. They all help me.
That's good. How good is Aaron Jeffery? I mean, I've seen him fight live. He's from Canada. I've actually seen him fight regionally. How soon do you think we'll see him in the UFC?
You know, the problem with Jeffries is he's fucking nice. It must be a fucking Canadian thing, you know? Like he has the ability and the skill to fucking hurt people, but we're working on the enjoyment of hurting people, you know? If you can't enjoy fucking hurting someone, you're not going to want to hurt him. But he's good, man. He's a great grappler, good fucking striker. Like, hell, I could see him in the UFC in the next 10 weeks. 10 weeks. That's your time frame. 10 weeks.
Yeah, he's on the Contender Series, so yeah, definitely could earn a contract there. Second time, he actually fought a guy that you fought in Brendan Allen on the Contender Series the first time, so kind of a small world that way.
Yeah, you know, and then again, like, I think AJ's better than Brendan Allen. Just who shows up in the fight and who shows up in the gym is different. I think that's what AJ's been working on the most is showing up in the fight, you know, and you're going to see it in 10 weeks.
You talked about, I know you do a bunch of different training, not only at Syndicate, but at some other gyms. Where do you get to train, like, all around? Because it seems like you're everywhere. I know even Team Quest, you've been there before, too.
No, I finished, like, hell, I was finishing up with Marvin Vettori at his camp at Kings. I'll be at, world champion karate on Monday, 10 Planet Oceanside on Sunday. Like, there are a lot of great fighters. You just have to find them. You know, and that's the pain in the ass, but it makes you better.
Is it difficult to manage all that, going to different gyms, figuring out your schedule?
No, man. I mean, like, MMA is such a small community where, like, we all want to make each other better, you know, and these guys know that if they help me, I'm going to be there to help them. If they have a fight and they need to fucking have hard sparring, you know, and they're having trouble getting it, well, fucking call me and I'll come give you sparring. So it's like a mutual respect thing, you know?
Anything different in terms of your conditioning with this being a 5-round fight?
No. It's no different to me, you know. It's whatever I expend, he expends as far as conditioning. Like, you know, if your foot's on the gas, their foot has to be on the gas. So there's no difference. I didn't even consider the extra 2 rounds.
I heard a story that you like sparring anyone. I heard that you wanted to spar a Starbucks barista just because you wanted the practice. Is that true?
No. Probably what happened was they probably said, I don't remember the story, but they probably said, hey, let's spar. And I was probably like, all right, fuck it, man. If you want, let's go. I'm not going to be picking fights with fucking people that can't fight.
No,
But if
you didn't
come
pick a
up to
fight.
me,
It was more like you wanted the practice. That's what I was told. Yeah, that was the story I heard.
I was like, no, I think I remember something. He had a fight shirt and he was saying about fighting and he asked to spar me. And I was just like, hey, fuck it, man. You're not going to have fun, but if you want to fucking fight, let's do it. To me, I just like to fucking fight. If you're good, if you're bad, I like to hurt people. It's what I'm built for, what I'm designed to do.
Weight cut on point for this fight? Everything going according to plan?
Oh, man, 85 is so fucking nice. Obviously, I still have to diet and shit like that, dude, but it's so nice to not hate life, you know? And welterweight, you start hating life and resenting fighting. But middleweight, you're just like, fuck it, man, let's go. It just feels like another Saturday.
Do you wish you would have gone up to middleweight earlier in your career?
Yeah, you know, and I blame cowardice for that. And I say cowardice in a liberal way of thinking that the more I gave up, the better I would do, you know, and I had bad voices in my head kind of telling me to do it. But that was a bad experiment. I mean, obviously, if somebody said, hey, you could go win a belt at welterweight, would I fucking do it? Yeah, sure, why the fuck not? But as of now, man, I love middleweight.
Who's going to be in your corner for this fight?
Oh, man, I got John Wood out of a Syndicate. Obviously, that's like my main gym. I train Extreme Couture a lot, you know, and a lot of props to Eric at Extreme Couture. I'm one of the few guys that go back and forth, but, you know, John and Eric, they both know that I'm a fucking cunt and I hurt people. So it's like they both kind of say, hey, you know what, man, like if you don't want to fucking spar a day here, it's fine. So big shout out to Eric. He's a great coach. You know, I'm with Syndicate, but Extreme is also an amazing fucking gym. And if it wasn't for, you know, me being there, Eric would be in my fucking corner because he's a man. But my corner is going to be Jelly, some filthy fucking dirty Canadian that's really great on pads. AJ, he's been my fucking main sparring partner. My fucking OG partner, Alex Zarate, he's been with me since I've been 18. And yeah, John Wood. It's going to be great.
No Chris Curtis in your corner?
No, he's actually fighting the same day as me.
That's right. He's fighting on that yeah, I forgot that regional show. I forget the name of it. But yeah.
Man, what a depressing thing, you know? Like, I train with Chris Curtis, and, like, I'll go watch him spar other guys, and he beats the fuck out of them. Man, I just kind of wish UFC would throw him a fucking bone, you know? Just one bone.
Honestly, and I'm not just saying this, that might be one of the worst non-signings on Contender Series. Like, if you look at the entire show, the entire season, that was one where I was like, how does he not get signed? Because he finished his fight. Like, how do you not sign him after that? It was crazy.
Yeah, no, he's one of those guys where I'm not usually like, it's sad to see him having to go and fuck these guys up, you know? Like, man, just throw him a fucking bone. Like, hook the guy up. Come on, you know, you'll be doing a good thing.
One thing you mentioned there about training at Extreme, were there anyone at Extreme that didn't want to work with you because maybe they were friends with Uriah, or did you not run into that at all?
Oh, dude, not one bit. And honestly, I don't give a fuck. Like,
no, I know.
If Uriah wants to come watch me, and if Uriah wants to come watch me spar, I don't give a fuck. Come watch me spar. Like, it's one of those things where it's like, people get too hung up on, like, game plans and I got to be secretive. Like, no one gives a fuck. We fight. All our shit's on TV. Like, do you really think watching me fuck people up in the gym, or, you know, if anything, come watch me spar. You're like, this sucks.
How do you see the fight playing out on July 31st? How do you see it unfolding?
You know what? Uriah's path to success is catching me. I mean, we know that. He's a very dangerous man. And if I fuck up, you're going to see me waking up on the canvas. And that's a likely possibility. But my path to success, it's like cutting down a tree and I'm a fucking axe, man. I just got to keep fucking hitting it over and over again from round 1 to round 5 and just staying in his face. And he knows that, you know, maybe throw a takedown in here and there, but he knows that. He's going to try to catch me and I'm going to try to fucking beat him to death. That's kind of how it plays out. With
this being a main event and, you know, obviously the implications of, you know, the eyeballs being on this fight, do you think a win here gets you one of those big names after this? Because you've been on a roll, man, since you moved up to 185.
Yeah, no doubt, man. I mean, you win, you beat Uriah, put you in like 1 or 2 fights from a title shot, you know? Like, Yeah, no, I'm stoked. But again, I don't really give a fuck about that. You know, I always like to say Uriah Hall is like he's like the off-brand cereal of Adesanya. You know, it's like if you can't beat Uriah, you ain't going to beat Adesanya. At the end of the day.
Yeah, I was going to say, how do you look at a matchup with you and Adesanya in the future? Because I know, like you said, you get this win here, you're a couple fights away from potentially fighting him.
Oh, dude, I mean, Adesanya, he's one of the best strikers in the fucking world, man. He's another guy that it's like, you're not going to go and outpoint Adesanya. You're not going to go out there and outstrike Adesanya. You're going to have to go in there and fucking fight him. Same with Uriah Hall. I'm not going to go out there and play tag with Uriah Hall. Like, if I'm going to do that, he's going to catch me. I have to go in there and fight Uriah Hall. You have to go in there and fight Adesanya, you know?
Okay, fair enough. Yeah, that's a good one. By the way, I got to give you credit. I saw your rant the other day on Instagram where you were talking about how fighters are kind of like prostitutes. I wanted to know, was there a lot of feedback from other fighters from that video? Because I thought you articulated it very well. People got to go check it out, by the way.
You know, man, like there is not much difference between MMA and pornography. You're adhering to the basic impulses of human beings that watch it and like it, and a part of them gets off to it. But there's nothing wrong with that. I love fucking porn. I love fighting, man. Like I was, you know, but I don't like when these assholes run around in suits and they act and they make themselves seem like they're fucking curing cancer. You're locking yourself in a cage and getting punched in the fucking face. You're a dog. Well, I'm a dog. Like stop pretending to be something more than what you are. You're a piece of meat used for entertainment, you know, and it's like one of those like weird things to accept, but it's kind of the reality of it.
No, I agree with pretty much everything you said in that, and I think it's you know, people got to be more honest about what it is we're doing here, right? So.
Yeah, no, exactly. But also too, to further the advancement of the sport, like you look at how much UFC guys get paid. I'm not knocking on the UFC. I fucking love the UFC, but it's 14% of earnings, as NBA gets paid 50% to the players. But you know, I mean, when you get picked up in a limo and they rub your head and they make you feel like you're a superstar, meanwhile, on paper you're kind of getting fucked. Understand you're a prostitute, and that's exactly how you would treat a fucking prostitute. Not that I would ever do that. I respect women and would never fucking do that. I think it should be illegal. Actually, no, I'm a libertarian. It should be illegal, but it's still wrong. But, you know, and that's something when you're getting fucked by people, they're going to make it feel like you're not getting fucked. But I absolutely love the UFC, best thing in the fucking world. I get paid great. Nowhere in my life would I ever think I'd be making the kind of money I am. You know, I should be making less than minimum wage for my skill set. So I love the UFC, but let's not fucking look at us higher than what we are.
Got to bring up the whole viral video that you know went out there a little bit. I don't know if you've had a chance to really speak on it since it happened, but my first sort of question on that was, did you expect that much feedback when that video came out with you and Orlando Sanchez?
You know, I like Orlando, but if I knew it had been viral, I would have kept hitting him. No, I mean, people are fucking dumb, dude. Like, and this is just the stupidity of like Tyron Woodley versus Logan Paul. Like, a video goes viral of me hitting a guy after the bell because he cranked my arm. Have you ever been to a fucking sparring session?
Yeah,
like
I've
this
watched
training camp, I've knocked out like 4 people. Like, what the fuck, man? I've broke multiple noses. I've dropped so many people. Like, the fact that you guys care about a small, little, insignificant concept is just it just goes to show how small and tiny your brains are, and it insults me that I'm not intelligent enough to market off you guys and make money like Logan Paul does, because the stupidity of you all it's there for the taking, and I don't know what I have to do to take your money besides act like an idiot, and I'm willing to do that. That's how I feel about that.
Well, I think it speaks to, it's something that, you know, maybe people get a glimpse into training. Like, I was actually wondering why they were even filming that to begin with. Is that common? Do you normally film your training sessions?
It was for Lila's birthday, and it was just more fucking around. But no, it doesn't, dude. It's just people being fucking people, man. People have nothing better to do in their lives. I thought it was funny. I still think it's funny, but like, people's lives, man, they're so fucking small. Like, it's so depressing how small they are. The fact that people even care about that. Like, man, you guys go fucking do something. Go fucking have sex. Go climb a mountain. Buy a motorcycle. Like, fucking expand your mind, because Like, that shouldn't be celebrated or even cared about. That should just be another day.
You guys are cool though now, you in Orlando?
No, yeah, no, Orlando. I mean, it was a cunt move, you know. And if he did it again, I would do it again. I would punch him in the face again. You know, he knows it was a cunt move. I know it was a cunt move. And did I deserve it? Am I an asshole? Yeah, sure, I may have deserved it, but still, I'm still gonna hit you afterwards, you know. But yeah, no, we're cool, man. It's just training, you know. I can't tell you how many dirty shots I've taken training just because I'm pissed off. Sometimes you see a guy and like, you know what, I'm gonna knee this motherfucker in the head. I shouldn't do it, but I'm going to.
Yeah, it happens in every sport. It's the frustration, it's the competitiveness. It's, you know, it's a long day of training, whatever, it happens. I'm with you. I mean, you see this all the time. It's nothing new, right? It's just the fact that they caught it on tape.
It just annoys me at the stupidity of human beings, the fact that how many people watch that when, you know, me and Orlando, we both fucking train our asses off to go perform on the big stage and we do well and no one gives a fuck. But you assholes care about a fucking arm crank? Like, you guys, your primitive, small little fucking brains, man. I'm jealous. One day I wish I could obtain the stupidity of the general populace.
What are you watching on TV right now? What's Downtime looking like? I know, you know, you're a busy guy, but you getting in any TV or video games this camp?
Nah, man. I mostly fucking YouTube. You know, I watch a lot of philosophy, shit like that. Politics, obviously. You know, the thing about this is what MMA fighters are fortunate is we don't really work. I work for about 2 hours out of the day, so the rest of the day you're able just to wander through life and ponder it, you know, which is also might be a curse.
Yeah, but it's good. Then you come up with good things like the prostitute rant like you had. I thought that was good. So it's good to expand your mind a bit. Maybe that wouldn't have come about if you weren't watching so many videos, right?
Well, no, it's just people, man. Like, it's just like the veil of marketing, you know, and we're all brainwashed by, like, even like you take Uriah Hall, right? And, you know, I like Uriah Hall, but he wears these really nice suits when he fights and, like, it's all fake, man. It's fucking fake. You're just a man. I'm just a man. Like, just because you wrap your fucking self in something nice doesn't change what you are. It just, as a human being, you should really separate yourself from the brainwashing we've been subjected to since birth. It's very hard to do. I mean, even look at me. I bought a fucking Harley. Why did I buy a Harley? I watched fucking Terminator. It was in the UFC logo, you know. Deprogramming your mind is a very difficult thing to do, but we should all work on it as adults to deprogram.
So you're more of a jeans and flip-flop type of guy, right? A little bit more laid back?
Nah, it just doesn't matter. Whatever, dude. I wear it's free. Everything I'm wearing right now is free. I'm pretty sure I stole these shorts from somebody. I think they're actually Jalen Turner's. I don't know. They just fucking ended up in my gym bag one day. I adopted them.
Jalen, if you're missing any shorts, I think we found them.
I think I told him, and then after a while, I was just like, fuck it, man, they're mine.
Good stuff. Sean, there's no one I interview that is like you. I really appreciate the honesty. I always love the chats, man. Especially I know you're in the car, you're busy. Really appreciate it. Anyone you want to thank, any sponsors, any social media, anything like that, I'll give you the last word, man.
You know, man, I know I call like fans stupid and all that, but like I do have a lot of good fucking fans, and they step up. You know, like you take me, and I've been saying this my entire career, like I'm a complete fuck up. Like, I should be in prison. I shouldn't have a job. I shouldn't be successful. Like I am nowhere without MMA. You know, I'd probably be addicted to fucking meth living in a trailer somewhere. And, you know, there's one thing I'm grateful for. I'm grateful for the fans that watch the sport and support me, and they let me prostitute myself, and they gave me a good life, because without you guys, man, my life would fucking suck. So I'm grateful for the fans.
Make sure to subscribe to the LowKick MMA YouTube channel for all the latest news, event previews, and interviews with some of the biggest stars in MMA.